Hello snowboarders of the internet, I am TC and today we will be reviewing the Capita Kazu. This board comes with the Resort V3 camber profile, meaning that you have camber all the way past your inserts and then rocker from there on out, which is new this year, where before you had camber all the way to the tail with a tiny bit of rocker in the nose. This allows your board to be a little bit easier to turn, a little bit more user-friendly than the old one was. It also still has that taper in it, so it still is a directional board. This board comes in the sizes of a 151, a 154, 157, and a 160. I rode this board at Loveland Ski Area where the conditions were less than ideal, where it was a little cloudy, overcast day, didn't get any sun poking out. It was fairly warm though. I used my Jones Mercury bindings with my Ride Fuse boots. The flex of this board is definitely going to be on the stiffer side for sure. Not as stiff as it used to be just because of that extended rocker in the tip and tail, but torsionally you're still going to feel about that same stiffness as you were used to in the previous model. When it comes to stability, still a very stable board. I wouldn't say as stable as the previous model, but for the most part you could still charge extremely hard on it and not have to worry about like chattering out or getting like vibrations underneath your feet. When it comes to ollieing this board, it does it remarkably great actually, where you're not really loading up super heavy or anything like that. The energy you put in, you get right back out. The edges hold extremely well when you're popping. If you're coming down switch, you don't need to worry about the ride away. It's extremely smooth. This board is super fun to pop on side hits, to jumps, anything really. This board is really fun. So this board is definitely more butterable than the previous model is. I wouldn't say it's like definitely like an all butter board or anything like that, but you still have a really good lock-in zone on the tail and on the nose as well, where you can throw your weight into it, it'll hold and spring you right back out. This board is very fun carving, I'll say. On the shorter, quicker carves, it's not going to be the fastest just because of that long side cut on it. When you get to those medium and larger carves, it definitely holds an edge very well. I wouldn't say as well as the previous model does, but you know, it's a little trade back with all the extra rocker. When you get to those long, heavy, drawn out Euro carves, I didn't have any problems on my toe side edge, but when it came to that like tricky heel side edge, I did notice it felt a little chundery and kind of slipped out on me on that long Euro carve. This board definitely fits a bigger spectrum of riders now, I would say, where you can pretty much take it from an all mountain ripper all the way to just like your resort ripper as well, where you can pretty much take it anywhere you want in there. You're definitely going to be going a little bit more aggressive than just your rad dad out there for sure. Personal thoughts on this board is it rips for sure, where it is definitely more approachable. I had a much better time on this, where the previous model, I feel like I had to ride it a little bit pissed off, where it was like, hold on, get low, grit your teeth. This one, you can definitely cruise on it more. It's definitely more approachable for your average rider for sure. And I just really enjoyed this thing a lot, where this could be definitely a daily driver in my quiver. Comparable boards would be the Jones Stratos, the Libtech E Jackknife, and the Yes Standard Unink. Binding recommendations would be the Jones Mercury, the Ride C9, or the Union Atlas. This has been my review of the redesigned Capita Kazu. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you gonna buy one? Leave a comment down below. I wanna know what you guys have to say. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications. And if you wanna support us further, head on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you about it here, but we have a great video over there explaining it in depth. And as always guys, I'm TC, and I was your host.